Okay.
Two quick suggestions, Tayo. Yes. I would want to say if you must travel by road, as he mentioned, you can't want to travel from Aba to Owerri and you want to travel by air. You would naturally go by road. But if you're going to travel from, say, Bauchi, Wiki Tourist, and you're coming to down south, I want to suggest two things. First of all, there must be escorts. How do we move cash in Nigeria?
Escorts.
There must be armed
These guys have escorts.
Armed escorts. Okay. In front and at the armed escort in front and at the back. It's just the same way you move cash that you move players. It is only instructive that we must use armed escort. That's one. And then two, there must be comprehensive insurance policies for these players. God forbid if that bullet had hit Gambo Mohamed in the knee, his career is dead and buried, even before it started. What I would suggest is there must be comprehensive insurance policies for these people, for their wives and their dependents. So if anything happens that they can't play football anymore, they end.
Okay, all right, I'm sure you're listening. I mean, that's what it did. That's what happened yesterday. But however, many games we will play. A lot of games we were playing in the MPFL today. 3 games we played. 2 games we played yesterday. The other third game was suspended. The game between Kano Pillars and Atlan was suspended for a later date. But the game that will take place today, we'll see Bayelsa take on Lobby Stars. Other fixtures will be El Kanemi taking on Nasarawa United. Eyimba will take on Akwa United. Gabros will play Warri Wolves. Giwa FC will take Abia Warriors. Taraba will take Enugu Rangers. Wiki Tourist will take on Shooting Stars. Week 1 fixtures in the MPFL, and we expect to see so much action, football action today. Having said that, let's go straight to the APL, to the BPL, if you want to call it the BPL. Just a game, understanding game was played yesterday between Tottenham and QPR. The game ended 2-1 in favor of Tottenham. Hurricane.
Hurricane.
You want to call him Hurricane?
Yeah, back amongst the goals yesterday. Scored his 16th and 17th goals of the season. It's 25th and 26th in all competition. That man just doesn't know how to stop scoring, really. And his goals, as usual, are well-taken goals. The first, a header from off a free kick. The second one, he rounded the goalkeeper and tucked it in neatly before Sandro, former Spurs player, drew one back for Spurs. But what that means is that Spurs are now back in the hunt firmly for one of those Champions League places, breathing down the neck of Arsenal, Manchester United, and Liverpool as well. So, yes, I mean, there's a gap between Chelsea and Man City. You may even call that daylight because, I mean, it's sufficient points to go on and win the league. But there isn't much to choose between United, Arsenal, Spurs, and Liverpool. And Southampton. I mean, you can't discount Southampton as well. They're still very much in the hunt.
Let's take a look at the log. Like you did say, Chelsea are on top of that log with 63 points after playing 27 games. They have a game in hand. Manchester City are second, Arsenal third, Manchester United are in fourth. Larry, I'm going to make you do this. Arsenal, Manchester United, Liverpool, Southampton, and Tottenham. Who do you think is going to make top 4?
Definitely, Arsenal will make it. I mean, no, the reason is this.
What is definite about it?
No, the reason is this. Arsenal are old war horses when it comes to campaigning for 4th position. That's their trophy. You can't.
Manchester United.
How do I put it? Manchester United, you'd expect them to.
Liverpool.
They struggled last season, remember, they didn't even qualify. Yeah. And you wouldn't have bet that former champions, I mean, Ferguson left them as champions and Moyes came in and they didn't even qualify. So they're struggling now. They're not playing well under LVG, but they're still grinding out results, so to speak.
I mean, you know, sometimes I wonder when you have 2 guys, very brilliant guys, support the side, that is very comfortable with finishing 4th. I mean, it beats me. Really.
In the light, I'll allow him to talk now, but in the light of what we've seen, expenses, a new stadium, and all of that, you would expect that maybe 4th is okay.
Well, I mean, forget Arsenal, you know, getting content with 4th place. But the truth of the matter is that in terms of consistency, finishing in the top 4, there is no better side, you know, than Arsenal.
I'm sure you clearly don't agree with that.
Tyler, listen, there is no better side at finishing in the top 4 than Arsenal over the last 17 years. Fact. Now, Liverpool, since the turn of the year, haven't lost a game. They have, I mean, the best momentum you can think of, the second behind Wolfsburg in entire Europe. So you want to put your money on Liverpool to do enough. That's why I fear for United, because yes, they've only had 2 losses in 20-something games. But if you look at the next 6 fixtures that they've got Liverpool in there, they've got City in there, they've got Everton in there. I mean, they've got Spurs next up.
All right. Quickly, now the next feature, we're going to round off with the Premiership. Let's talk about the FA Cup. The next game Manchester United will play will be Arsenal FC. He says that he fears for Manchester United with the next fixture. But the difficult fixture for Arsenal will be Manchester United at the FA Cup. Manchester United will be standing in the way of defending the FA Cup.
Well, somebody has said whoever wins that fixtures to eventually be champions of the FA Cup. But this is likely going to be end of the road for the team from the London team. Because when that fixture was made, there was supposed to be a replay between United and one team, and the players was United should just take United away from that fixture, but suddenly became United. But I think it's going to be a sort of a cracker. This is where you see that they are playing the final game of the league, because this fixture will give us what we look like. Because Arsenal will retain or United will become champions of the based on that fixtures. Because we are not discounting us. We are not going to Liverpool is still in the running. So, but a lot of people will say Liverpool is actually out of it because that's the major fixture for the quarterfinal.
I'm not going to ask both of them because I'll be doing it. I'll be unfair to Manchester United fans that are watching, and I can't get back to them because I'm sure if I ask them whatever they think, they probably naturally will say Arsenal will win.
No, you'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
So let's listen to you guys then.
Surprise what?
Based on form, well, Arsenal have won 6 out of 7, and the United have from 22 games or thereabout, they've lost only 2. So you could expect that they're going into this game 50-50. It's at Old Trafford, anything can happen. Arsenal have won 11 FA Cups. Manchester United have won 11 as well. So the winner will be favourites automatically. It will be very difficult, and you would expect that the likes of Di Maria and Rooney may actually come to the table. They've been struggling talking about United. You saw the goal against Newcastle. It was like a fortuitous goal from Tim Krul. But having said that, you would expect that the stars of Arsenal, Ozil, Sanchez, are beginning to come into their own right now after their blips, and they may get something. So it's difficult to call.
All right.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a cracker, like everyone knows, but it depends on the sort of Arsenal that shows up. If it's the one that goes that freezes up at the side of the red jersey of United, then
United have Monaco inside.
Yeah, United would win. But if the manner in which they lost the last game at the Emirates to United, a game they dominated, that game, United got their very first shot on target in the 88th minute, but we're leading 2-0. If the manner in which Arsenal lost that game, propels them to want to deliver a performance that banishes the ghost of those sort of performance and the many others on the back of it, I feel that Arsenal haven't beaten City in the same city this season can go there and do a job on United.
Okay, Monday night, that's when the game will take place. That'll be FA Cup. Now, fixtures of the FA Cup semi-final, quarter-final that did take place yesterday. We saw Bradford play 0-0 with Reading. We saw Aston Villa go ahead to defeat Brownie Days, West Brom 2-0. And see, they're already celebrating, talking about Aston Villa. They'll be playing the semi-final. Now, Liverpool will take on Blackburn Rovers later tonight at 5 p.m. Later this evening at 5 p.m. And Monday night, we'll see Manchester United take on Arsenal. As we begin to round off, let's talk about the Spanish La Liga. Games were played at the Spanish La Liga yesterday. We saw Sevilla play Deportivo La Corona. The game ended 4-3 in favor of Sevilla. Atletico Bilbao stunned Real Madrid by a lone goal. Elche played 1-0 over Almeria, and Granada played 1-0 over Malaga. Scorelines on your screen, guys. We need to round off right now. As it stands, Real Madrid, they've suffered a setback. Barcelona won the pounds. Atletico Madrid probably should just concentrate on Valencia because the high point at drift.
Very true. Atletico Madrid, third and fourth, but talking about Atletico Madrid and Valencia. But the critical turning point for me was yesterday's game that Real Madrid lost. You don't lose those kind of games. Bill tried an audacious effort, and I saw Badass tweet on that if that had gone in, that would have been a lovely goal. But then those are not the kind of sort of performances you want to see from Real Madrid. Barcelona, they have an opportunity to win today and then climb over Real Madrid. If they do that, it will be a long chase.
You think they can do it?
Well, if Barcelona goes on top, then Real Madrid will keep chasing until the Clasico, the second Clasico. And if they don't win that, then
undusted.
All right.
Well, I think they opened the back door to Barcelona yesterday by that loss. When Barcelona lost to Malaga some weeks ago, we thought they had blown it. But the door is open now. Barcelona will take advantage of it today, for sure. And it'll be leading up to the Clasico on the 22nd of this month. All
right, we need to round off. And our Champions League games will take place round of 16. Real Madrid will play Schalke 04. FC Porto will take on FC Basel. Round of 16, second day, or Tuesday, we'll see Bayern Munich take on Shakhtar Donetsk. And Chelsea will play PSG. Remember, this will be second round games of round of 16. That's all time we permit us to take. And I say thank you for being a part of this show, for being a part of the segment. I beg your pardon. We're going to break and Ken. We're back. If you want to follow these guys on Twitter, I'm at Bada, at Micho Konta, and at Larry Pinel. So we'll come away again next week. And I say thank you. Don't go anywhere. The show will continue after this break.